Hello world and welcome to the Career Guide Network. My name is Minyani Tekateka and today I'm joined by two very astute gentlemen and we're going to have a conversation about careers. I'm joined by Mpo Jonathan and Will Trene. Gentlemen, how are you today?
We're great. Thank you so much for having us.
No, definitely great. Honored to have you. Now, just to speak about careers as of course the name of the channel and the name of the show suggests we speak about careers, and let's start rather informally. And maybe given some perspective of your own histories, what made you get into the careers that you're currently in today?
I was actually passionate about developing people in as much as my background is more on engineering.
Okay.
Yes.
But well, for me it's a bit of an anomaly that banking or finance more like it found me.
Yeah.
Because if I had it my way, I'll probably be doing something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I did not go out to be a banker, but banking found me.
Now, taken from those two answers, like what we can get is that, you know, banking found you. On your way with the engineering process, you saw that there was this gap and this need that needed to be filled to get there. There are very many kids and young students out there that would perhaps are thinking to themselves, they just matriculated. They're thinking they should know already, like where they should be going, what they should be doing. Like they're thinking, okay, why don't I know this? When you speak to, let's say, a young Paul or a young Will at 18, having just matriculated, did that person know? And having said that, if we're speaking to kids in that position that don't necessarily know what they want to do, like just from your own life experiences, what would you tell a child in that position?
For me, I think the most of the time, and hence the idea of coming up with the Career Guide Network was influenced by the thinking to say, if you are young at the age of 12 or 13 or even 10, you know, we need to start shaping that. And the idea was, let's go where every child is. Meaning, if they are on their cell phones or they are on TV, they are watching TV, whatever the case, that's where we need to find them. So the issues that we're having today when coming to careers is that you don't have a proper career guidance from a young age. You understand? And this is what we need as the country or as the world. We need to start shaping their thinking from young blood, so that when you get to the your 18th year, you know, of life, then that's when you start saying, okay, I've seen this, I've seen Abu will been in the banking environment, maybe I can start venturing. So you need to program yourself from a very early age. For now, where we are, and I'm answering now, where we are as an 18-year-old today, what I can actually say to them is that one, CGN is a platform that we want them to use. It's a platform that will go wherever they are, whether you are in newspapers, whether you are in cell phones, you are on YouTube, you are on channels, you are on soapies, whatever the case may be. We will try to always find something to do with you. Like whether you are watching a music video, you'll have a pop-up of CGN there. You know, we want to engage with them and want them to really give it a try, you know, talk to it. But also, it's a platform for them to start thinking out of the box. Because now, when you are 18, but you don't feel like you want to go to university, you know, you don't think university it's a way to go. You know, you have seen Abu Ntate Munyani, Abu Ntate Sem, our operator at the current moment, doing the camera thing, video, TV, and all of that. And you say, but I can actually also do it with my cell phone.
Yeah.
You understand? And those should be the conversations. Can I shoot my own story? You know, I can shoot that sports game that is happening at the local area and actually bring it to CGN as a platform. You understand? And part of what I want to actually change in the thinking of the 18-year-old is that there is no career that is not important. We have produced so much of your HR and your finance people that remains unemployed today. You understand? So we no longer want a lot of those. We want people that now will use, for example, the universities and TVET colleges have never had a structure of career information development officers.
Okay.
And let me tell you what that does. When you get to a varsity, and that has been a bigger mistake, because if you look at it, some of us, most of us, when we got to varsity, we chose the first qualification. We ran with it for a year.
Yeah.
And then along the route, you decide, no, this is not working. And remember, you're not paying. Our parents are paying.
Yeah.
And we're actually waiting for you, Ndati Munyani, to come back to the economy and contribute. So we gave you 3 years. We're assuming that your first year, second, third, graduation, 1 year practicals, you understand, and then employment, you start contributing to our fiscus through your taxation when you work. But we are not there. You changed on the second year of the program, decided no ways, this thing is not working.
Let me try something.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm venturing now into psychology related qualification.
Don't try and have it all figured out at 18. You are still young. I know, because of our special circumstances. You know, we come from a very unique past as a country. So the willingness to fail and the willingness to make mistakes actually frees you from trying to have it all figured out. And that's where we spend most of our time trying to have all the answers at 18. Come on, man, you're just 18 years old.
There's the African philosopher, writer, and artist Eskiam Pachel. He coined the term of education of the imagination. People were brought up to be in certain careers like teaching, police, doctor, so on and so forth.
Even remember, engineering was not even our thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So that coining that term, educating their imagination. How important is it to educate the imagination of our young people to know that they can tap into mechatronics industry, for instance?
Yes.
But tying us into my next question about the evolution of jobs. That you're in the banking sector, which is hard hit by the technology, and a lot of things are moving at a rapid pace. You know, jobs aren't the same in that particular industry. Now, with that cap on moving into the future, where should kids be looking? Should they be looking more into the internet? And where should their thinking be when they educate themselves about careers and where they could possibly go?
You have CGN now, which for me will make it easy for them. But following up on what I said earlier, don't try to have it all figured out now. You are just wasting too much time, and you're putting yourself under tremendous pressure over the unknown, because there's AI.
True.
Yeah. People used to walk into the bank. Now people are doing their banking, driving, or just about anywhere. And now what happens to people like us? So I like what Gary Hamel says. He said you have to reinvent the future, meaning that we it's our responsibility to try to work things out as we go along, because the future is not certain. It's being reinvented every day.
The world is changing.
Yeah.
And I'm using this because I think we can also choose the world that we live in and how we want to shape it.
Sure.
For example, if technology has invaded the world, we appreciate and we welcome it. But what do? We need to realign our thinking to meet the current demand of technology, meaning our people, and now goes back to careers now. It goes back to universities, your CTC college and all of them, to start looking at things differently, to say, what programs are we introducing now? Now, issues of intercultural exchange become very critical, especially with developing countries. or already developed countries, your China, your United States, and so on and so on, that understand and live in the level of technology. But again, we know for a fact, and this is reality, we know for a fact that not all of our people are ready for the 4IR.
True.
You understand? We understand that part. But then we say, let's go back to basics. Let's do career now. Let's look at what is possible in the midst of the changing environment. What is doable, and how can we do it? We know that some of them are already in employment. Hence, we try our level best to come up with your online platforms for learning. To say, still go to work 8 to 4, or 8 to 5. You knock off, go back home, prepare for the kids, do whatever that is necessary, and around 7:30, just before you lay your head, and then you're able to check what was happening in the classroom in the school. You log on to your portal, the student portal, you log in, you check the assignments, and then you check what was taught in the classroom environment. That is recorded. For that, Will at 18 years to not be in a position where he says, no, I'm just going to take it slow because I know nothing. At least we should have contributed 70, or not even 70, maybe 40% of the knowledge that he may need when he's 18, so that he can make better decisions, when he's entering the space.
We probably, because of there's too much technology, like Jonathan said, we probably need to start or stop solving for poverty and probably just start solving for human connection. Because with this too much technology, the level of human connection has taken slightly a backseat. And for me, that's where I think some of the solutions will come from.
Ndadumpo, thank you very much for coming to the show. And thank you all at home for watching another episode right here at the Career Guide Network. Stay tuned and look around our entire website to see if we can help you attain your future and the career that you want to be in. And hopefully one day actualize to become the person that you truly want to be. We'll catch you later right here on the Career Guide Network.